Oh, good afternoon and welcome to Championship Sunday here at Montvert Country Club, the final round of the fourth MEDIHEAL HANKOOKILBO Championship off and running. And so far this week in Pocheon, it's been the Hong Jung-min show. Rounds of 65, 64 and another 65 on Saturday have given her a 6-shot lead, chasing a second title of the season. Looking to smash the existing KLPGA Tour 72-hole scoring record. Is everyone, including Han Jin-son, playing for second place? Well, strange things happen in the game of golf, but it would take a borderline miracle to see anyone but Hong Jung-min lift this championship trophy at the end of play today. EA1 had a lovely start to the first half of the season, taking the lead in all three major races into the summer break. It's been a little bit slow for year one this week, but she's really showing some class there. A couple of birdies this afternoon. That was for back-to-back birdies at the 13th. She's just outside the top 10 at 14 under par. Here is Hong Jung-min's closest pursuer at the moment, Yoo Hyun-ju, reigning KB Financial Group star champion, the Rookie of the Year from 2024. Turned in 32. That's a fourth birdie in a row. But it's only to get within 6 shots of Jung-min. Jang Soo-yeon, the former major champion, won the Korean Women's Open title a few seasons back. 6 wins on her resume. And it's been a real pleasant change of pace to see some excellent scoring, a brilliant setup, this Montvert Country Club. To be honest, left a little defenseless after the rains we had early in the week. Soft greens leading to lower scoring, but these ladies have certainly been taking advantage of one of the easier tests of the year. But the cut line came at 4 under par at the end of 36 holes. 64 players successfully making the halfway cut, and of those 64 players, 62 of them are in red figures. A bit of a poor day for Ji-Han Sol thus far. Played her way into the final group with around a 66 yesterday, but she's birdieless through the first 9 holes, and that's unlikely to change, coming up short there into the uphill 10th. Saw that hit from Jung Yin-ji yesterday as well. A bogey, string of pars, and then picked up a couple birdies in the last 4 holes to get into the penultimate 3-ball. Seung-hui, she's already picked up a title this season. Last year's Korea Women's Open champion, but like Han Sol, and over the card. Position to attack though on 10, middle of the fairway. Back hole location. Always tough to get it all the way to back pins. On that occasion though for Seung-hui. Really has been in a dominant mood from day one, looking to go wire to wire for the first time in her career. Hong Jung-min, 4 under for her round, 26 under par for the tournament. And that's with her only bogey of the week, coming back at the 5th. Eyes on the prize. She will take some serious catching. Just don't see the firepower from the girls behind. Lee Chae-yeon too, 1 under for her day. A long way back on 11. She's got 6 iron. Raised green. A little bit of trouble on the left that must be avoided. Shouldn't come into the equation with that back right pin today. That's nicely played. We'll get to win on tour. Lee Chae-yeon too. They're runner-up finishers this season already on the KLPGA Tour, coming in back-to-back weeks. Hyun-ju on a string of 7 straight top 10 finishes before a little break. Hasn't missed a cut all season long, but hasn't recorded a top 10 since the end of June. So this is a welcome return to form at an important time in the season. 3 major titles yet to be contested for 2025. She'll be defending one of them when we return to the Blackstone Golf Club in Incheon in September. Jo-Hyeon Lim, that one took a little victory lap and tumbles in, but 13 under par, not even sniffing the top 10 at the moment. Such has been the torrid pace of scoring this week at Montvert. So going to be a slow one for Ji Han-sol, front edge of this 10th green. Ball should start to work a little bit off that shoulder you can see in your screens, about a third of the way to the hole. It should kick it a little right. Oh, this is absolutely hammered. Settle down. Okay. Still work to be done to avoid a second bogey. Chae-eun up on the green at 11. Left to righter, trying to get just 17 under par. Over into the top 5. Not to beat. 1 billion Korean won prize purse up for disbursement at the end of the day. Plenty of points as well on the KLPGA Tour points list, and at the moment Hong Jung-min projected to leapfrog Year 1 atop the money list after a victory here. Year 1 just not doing enough to hang with Hong this weekend. Yeah, Seung-hui. Tricky putt. You're coming downhill, but you've got to hit firm enough to have it rolling smoothly through this rather shaggy fringe grass. Easy to give this one too much welly. Oh, but that's nicely done for O. Leave the flagstick in. Never a bad time to make your first birdie of the day. That'll take her back to even par for her round. And 16 under alongside Lee Chae-eun 2. Han Jin-son was going along so well in the opening round. 7 under par and the double bogeyed her final hole. Hasn't dropped a shot for some time. But only the 1 birdie today for Han. Jung-min, she has been making putts like these with relative ease all throughout this week. And things unlikely to change on Sunday. That's back-to-back birdies for Hong Jung-min. Her lead now grows to 7 shots with 8 holes left to play. And if you're Yoo Hyun-joo, you wouldn't know that Jung-min's just picked up birdie there. So this birdie putt for 5 in a row is just to make sure she doesn't lose any ground to Jung-min playing in that final group behind. I have to say, it's pretty much the ideal spot to be putting from, right underneath the hole, like tucked on this little back plateau. So you don't see too much movement in this one. Just rock the shoulders. Good acceleration with a square club face. Nope. Lost it left early. I talked about it on the broadcast yesterday. Just looks like a different player since pinching that KLPGA championship at Lakewood back in May. A player that oozes confidence and belief. Seung-hui with the honor after that first birdie of the final round. A little bit of trouble down the left that's got to be avoided off the tee. That's no trouble where that one's ended up. thing is, they're going in with good pace. And they're going straight in the middle as well for Hong Jong-min. Just feels like one of those weeks where everything is clicking. They are few and far between, and she is certainly enjoying every minute of this impressive performance. She's made 27 birdies this week already. There's some seriously good golfing. Look at where you're playing, who you're playing, what tour you're playing on. 27 birdies is 27 birdies. I suspect we might see a couple more before day's end. Now Hansel. Ahead at 12, Jung Yun-ji and her third shot. Whoa. Very handy for Jung. Even par on her day. Good chance to find a second birdie of her round coming up at the par 5. She said in her press conference at the end of play Saturday that things were a little warm on the front nine starting the weekend. She had to play within herself, trying to walk a little slower, take a couple more deep breaths, and things got a little bit calmer on the back nine. But you wouldn't know it looking at her scorecard. She has been red hot, not just today, but all week long. Here's a look back at a round so far. Wasted no time in finding a first birdie of Championship Sunday. Coming out of the rough from a good angle down the right-hand side of the first. Catching the jump and release perfectly. That was an early indication that she was not having any intention of going backwards. Chasing pack needed help, and Hong Jong-min was not going to oblige them. Then after a par at the second, another laser-like approach for her third shot into the par 5 third. Remember, almost holed out for eagle yesterday on this hole. Carbon copy birdie, a wedge to tap-in range. A lead that grew to 8 shots. And at the par 3 fourth, tee shot that covered the flagstick, and another putt that really never looked like missing. At that point, her lead had swelled to a whopping 9 shots. There was a bogey to follow at the 5th, bounced back with a birdie at 7, and then why not make a 5th birdie of the day at the 9th to get back, to get to 26 under par. And then at 10, saw this a few moments ago, a 28th birdie of the week. 27 under par. We are in uncharted waters on the KLPGA Tour this week, courtesy of this young lady's excellent golf. Club face has been so stable through impact, particularly with her irons. It's given her the opportunity to be a little bit more aggressive than her peers. And again, look at that, just all over the flagstick, leaves it underneath the hole. Good birdie look to come, as usual, for Jung-min. Just going to be a layup for Yoo Hyun-ju and company at the 12th. No one reaching this par 5 and 2. A 6-shot lead has now turned into a 7-shot spread for Hong Jung-min atop the leaderboard here in the final round of the MEDIHEAL HANKOOKILBO Championship. Just off the edge of the green here for Seung Hui on 11. Not an overly difficult chip shot. Shouldn't have too much movement once it hits the surface. Pretty lengthy putt for Kim Min Sun. 7 on 12. Comes up that little rise. Moves a little right. Once it gets onto that plateau, should straighten up a little. Just forgot to hit it, Min Sun. For yet another birdie from Jung Min here on 11. Oh, she's human after all, and that's gone wiggling past. An extra foot. No problem whatsoever. It's times like this in a golfer's career where you have the chance to do something very special, to get to 30 under par. Her mind might be a foregone conclusion that she's winning this championship. Wonder if she's starting to think about perhaps a slice of golfing history. You need these little mini goals in golf, especially when you're playing in tournament rounds, whether you're battling for a victory, battling to make the cut, or looking for a slice of history. Setting little mini goals in your round, it really does help. Yunji, after that beautiful approach, excellent look to get to 15 under par. Okay, well done. If you're Young Jung Min right now, you're thinking, okay, 14's a good birdie opportunity. Maybe I carve out one or two more. You'd love to be able to feel like you're putting for something. The 18th green. That's barring a catastrophic collapse or a miraculous back nine from one of the chasers. Might as well start engraving her name on the trophy already. Jihan Sol. The birdie look. Is it going to stretch? Oh, Han Sol, no. I've seen a bunch of putts do that this week. Again, green's not quite as quick as the team at Montvert would have liked. Which had to do with the precipitation we received just before the opening round began on Thursday, pushing start times back about an hour. Jin Son set to play into this left pin position at the 12th. Almost a carbon copy of Jung Yun-ji shot. In fact, it's a little bit better. Beautifully done from the Queen of High One Resort. So we just got to keep your focus over these putts. Just find it a little bit concerning when they don't take the pins out from short range, especially when they're sort of fluttering and bouncing about. You just have negative thoughts of perhaps that flagstick bumping a ball out of the hole. But hey, that's just me. I've had plenty of trauma on putting greens in the past. I think this could get a little bit uncomfortable for Yu Hyun-ju. Ball's nestled up against that thicker cut of rough. Strike sounded very good. Just a little shy. Bit of a bad break there for Yu Hyun-ju, in all honesty. Now to the par 5 14th, site of plenty of fireworks yesterday with the tees pushed up. Jang Soo-yeon not going to find an eagle there. Lee Daeyeon already recorded an eagle 3 on this hole. Daeyeon at 8 under par for her round. The player to have made eagle on the shortened 14th today. We saw Hwang Yo-min and Anna Rin make eagles yesterday, playing in the same group, no less. And there's a look from up above at the 12. That vegetation sort of in the middle of the fairway, really handcuffing the players this week, forcing a lot of ladies to go with less than driver to try and keep it short of the trouble and then attack this hole in 3 shots. Tee shot plays slightly downhill as well, so a lot of players foregoing the big stick. There's just no point really. John just going with a hybrid club. Just into the right rough, but really that's no bother whatsoever for the tournament leader. Down on the green, Jinson with just this little kick in to take her to 15 under par. You can almost say this tee shot 12 is a bit of a nothing tee shot there. The key to this hole is make sure you leave yourself a nice angle in. Play a good third to give yourself a nice look at birdie. Not a bother there for Ro Seong Hui. Jump up a hole to Kim Min Sol. Birdie putt on 13. All right, that's more like it from Kim Min Sol. She eagled the third. She is now 5 under par for Championship Sunday and up into solo third. A couple of shots better, but a hole behind is Yoo Hyun Joo with this outside look at 12. That to swing hard, it's not going to. Suyeon ahead on 15. Site of many an excellent tee shot. Yet to see a hole in one this week. That's another beauty on the 15th.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chae-eun. Maybe just a right edge putt from here for E. No harm done. Keeps herself in a share of 7th with Ro Seong Hui back on the fairway. With hybrid off the tee, looks like that's the 5 wood, maybe even the 3 wood. For Hong Jong-min. Well, that must be pretty decent in that right rough. Speaking of Seong Hui, here she is. The 2 balls of her playing partners already safely laid up down the fairway. Can't quite do the same. Seong Hui into the thicker rough. Just on left-hand side. Kim Min Sun 7 from a good angle, left side of the fairway. Trying to cut one into this right pin position on the long 13th. Really nicely controlled shot. Good response after that ugly bogey back at 12. Now, Lee Daeon has been having quite the day so far. Turned in 6 under par 30, got to 7 under through 10 before a bogey at 13, then eagle 14. She's 8 under par for the final round. Remember, course record is 63 set by Jung Yoon Ji on Friday. So one more birdie to equal that for Daeon, although that's going to be a tricky little up and down remaining. Here's Lee Ga-young. Good eagle look on 14. This would vault her up to 13 under par. Maybe a hint of left to right just at the end of this putt. Now buries it. Second eagle of the day recorded on the 14th, and it comes from Lee Ga-young. Move into the top 20 after that 3. Shallow kidney-shaped green on this par 5 12. Sort of angles its way from back left to front right pin. Cut in that upper back left segment. You don't want to be missing this green left. Short side leaves you a tricky up and down. Hutzel could start this sort of halfway between the left edge of the TV tower and the flag. Just work a little trap draw in towards that whole location. Certainly having the ball slightly above her feet is going to help put a little hook spin on this. Start a little further left than she wanted, but it's going to work out just fine for G. Yeah, Jung Min. Also with the ball slightly above her feet. Prudent play. How hot her putter's been this week. And that's very much in makeable range for the 23-year-old. Daeon, scruffy looking lie. Slightly below the level of the green as well. Expect a little low screamer, couple of hops and then try to get it to grab. Oh, she's gone for something entirely different, but it's worked out very nicely. Beautiful approach. Does it yield a birdie for Kim Min Sun 7 at the 13th? Oh, you bet it does. What a wonderful response to the first bogey of the day. Back into a share of third. Jang Soo-yeon coming downhill for her birdie on 15. Dripping that one in over the front lip. That's 4 birdies in a row now for Jang Soo-yeon. Looks like a pretty awful lie for Roh Seung-hui in that left rough. Can barely see the top of the ball. And Choi's got to look out right of the pin here. Gotta be smart. Certainly had great height on it. Yep, that's the prudent play, and she's going to give Hong Jung-min a bit of a free line read from that angle. It has been the Hong Jung-min show all week long here at Montvert, and she continues to lead by 7. How close attention is Hong Jung-min into this putt of Roh Seung-hui on 12? It's pretty much the perfect line, just needed a little bit more oomph. Just off the straight and narrow up here on 1300, so going to be a poor angle to that right hole location. She has conjured up a brilliant recovery there. Yeah, Jung-min knows exactly what this is going to do. Start at the same line as Seung-hui, just hit it a fraction harder. that one a touch low. As long as that lies okay in the bunker, it's pretty nice, compact, firm base sand, so you can make it pretty cleanly, get some spin. You can really ask for more from that spot. Jihan So pulled that second shot, but it's actually worked out really nicely. The battle for best of the rest, this is rather important. A great birdie for Jihan So. Hugely important. First of the day always feels good. Just short of the 14th green in 2. Fairly elementary up and down for a player of her talent. Cast iron birdie will be recorded shortly for the two-time tour champion. Let a couple of chances slip away. At 11 and 12, Kim Hyun-ju, the longest birdie putt she's seen this side. Same result though. Things have just cooled off a little since that hot run of 4 birdies in a row. In return. She's got a 2-shot gap to Kim Min-sol for second place, but a whopping 7 behind Hong Jong-min. Longest of the par 4s in the back 9 here at Montvert, but a reasonably wide target. You can really open up those shoulders, try and punch this round the dog leg. It was a fabulous recovery from a pretty poor angle in that right rough for Han Jin-son. Birdie putt now. Trying to get to 16 under par. This looks like a bit of a double breaker, left early and certainly back right at the cup. Never really trusted it, Jin-sun, so only a par. We saw Jongmin being very aggressive yesterday, really stepped on a driver, covered the corner of the dogleg, didn't have much club in for her second. I'm curious to see if she's going to do the same today. You do find one of those 2 fairway bunkers. It does present a couple of complications. There's your answer. Just spun out of that a little, maybe caught it a touch low on the face. Not sure that's gone into the fairway bunker, but it'll limit her options of how aggressive she can be getting into that green. Now to the 14th. There in the black Mediheal here yesterday. So Eugene played a little bit of golf on the LPGA Tour before losing her card. Now back here in South Korea, and nice to be among old friends again. Third birdie of her round takes her to 14 under par. Couple of KLPGA Tour titles under her belt. Now Lee Daeon on the closing hole. Birdie required to tie the course record that was set on Friday. Nice yardage there. It's a full pitching wedge from 121. And she's going to have a decent look at it. Surprising that hole's not in the back right corner of that green. Guarded by bunkers and water. It's an awfully friendly hole location for Championship Sunday. Kim Min Sun 7. Got plenty of power in the locker. Certainly from the up tee. Reachable in 2 this par 5, provided you find the fairway. And she's done just that. Alright. How's the lie of Hong Jung-min? Could be Ro Seung-hui. First to play. Doesn't possess the power of many of her peers on the KLPGA Tour, so no chance to try and cut off the corner of that dog leg. She is very efficient with the hybrids and the fairway woods. Nobody sticks more fairway woods on the KLPGA Tour than this young lady. Setting up just left of the TV tower, just trying to drift a little cut into this pin position off that. It is remarkable how good she is with the long clubs. Excellent shot there from Ro. See that big fall off right at this 13th green. Certainly don't want to find yourself there. The line looks okay for Jihan Sol. Still gotta be erring on the side of caution. Look out towards that TV tower. Good smart shot from Hansol.
이것도 좋은 거야 지금. 이것도 나이가 좋아. 누가 찍는? 지한 소리. 이제 지금 이제.
Jung-min kept it out of the fairway trap. Has drawn a decent line. I'd be shocked if she chose to go at this flag, although she's setting up a pretty aggressive line. Just down to a touch left. That just shows you the confidence that she has right now. No fear whatsoever. Does have a 7-shot lead, but that is another brilliant golf shot from Hong Jung-min, who is closing in on a piece of history this afternoon in Pocheon. Now up to 14, and the third shot of Kim Min Sol. Want to land this past the fringe. Everything should collect on down to the hole. Yeah, good touch. Nice weight on that one from Kim, who currently leads the secondary tour, the developmental tour here in South Korea, with 4 wins. Or starts the KLPGA Tour this season, yet to miss the cut. And she's going to be heading for her best result of the year on the main tour. Up to the last, and Lee Daeon for a birdie, a 63. Share of the course record with Jung Yun Ji. She gave it an almighty try. Left to rue what was a bit of a disappointing 73 yesterday for Dayon. She'll end her week strongly. Pop that one in. It's going to be a 64. She'll set 17 under par as the target in the clubhouse. Now Hansol coming downhill slightly for her birdie at the 13th. General movement of this putt is going to be from right to left. Just below the level of the green at 14 is where we find 19-time winner Park Min Ji. Only missed one cut this season, Min Ji, but just the 3 top 10s. Yeah, Seong Hui putting gently down the hill. Not a putt that she has to be worried about it getting away from her. It's a good look at birdie. Watch how steady she keeps her head. No peeking, rock of the shoulders. Body stays nice and quiet. Did everything but go in. Unlucky. Seong Hui. To Choi Rim on 14. An eagle opportunity. Has she hit it? No, she hasn't. Birdie moves her into a share of 7th with Jang Soo-yeon and Lee Chae-yun too. Still seeking that first KLPGA Tour title. Back to your leader. Jung Min. To get to 28 under par. Another one drops. Hong Jong Min. She's on a different level this week. This Hong. She's making her way up to the easiest hole on the golf course. Maybe also find Kim Min Sol. Looking to eke a little closer to Yoo Hyun Joo. Oh, cruel and unusual punishment. Almost the full 360 there for Kim. So that's going to be a wonderful 64 to end the week for Lee Dayon. It's the clubhouse target. She knows it's not going to be good enough. What a wonderful way to cap off the week here at Montvert. 8-time tour champion. Now going for it just with a long iron is Kim Min Sun on the 14th. Jungmin gets to 28 under par, and her advantage over Yoo Hyun-ju swells to 8 shots. And like it was yesterday, expecting a little bit of a backup on this 14th hole, being a shortened, reachable par 5. Turning that into the left rough, going to make it a little bit more complicated for Yoo Hyun-ju. Another valuable week of experience for Yi Chae-eun too, who tries to join a coveted list of KLPGA Tour winners. Looking like she's just lost that a little bit right, but it's gonna hang on to a piece of the fairway. That's the penultimate ultimate group off and running at 14, final group of the day. Have some waiting to do back on that tee. Now, Junyu Ri, who seems to be perpetually finding herself in the position needing to play well at the end of the season to keep her card. That birdie on the last could be pivotal for her. Struggled today, a 73. Maybe a top 40 finish and precious points and money earned. She heads into next week's BC Ladies Card HANKOOKILBO Cup at Fortune Hills. Lady who so very nearly won at the OK Savings Bank OK Man Open a few years ago, losing a playoff to Madason Jung So Yi. Can't let that one to go, so she'll end her week at 13 under par. Poor tee shot on 15, coming up a little short, Kim Min Sol. But recovering the situation nicely with a deft little chip shot. While the final group waits on 14, they'll jump up to 15. Park Min-ji from the wrong side of the spine on this par 3. This birdie putt, nicely judged.
Nice ball!
Most successful player ever on the KLPGA Tour, Park Min-ji. But she and the rest of the field have played second fiddle to the lady on the right-hand side of your screen. Jung Min on a simply different level in the 4th MEDIHEAL HANKOOKILBO Championship. Down on the green, Jung Yun Ji just shy in 2. Besides that backswing, looks like she's trying to fly it up past the slope, get a bit of check on this. Undercooked it a fraction, but still a reasonable birdie opportunity. Sung Yujin. Looks like a fairly level lie. Second to the 16th. Expect a bit of spin on this, coming in from 82 meters with a little gap wedge. Just pitched that the wrong side of the mound, but not bad at all. Yeah, Kim Min Sun 7 for her eagle at the par 5. This would bump her up into a share of second with Hyun Ju. Never high enough, never hard enough. Not a good combination if you're trying to make putts. So it'll be the simplest of 2-putt birdies for Kim Min Sun 7. Now, EA1, currently the number 1 player on the money list, the points list, and the We Made points list. Things could change at the end of this week with Hong Jong-min's dominant performance. The final hole of the championship. Is that going to keep on chasing? Oh, just grabs a little quick. Hong Yo-min should be able to fly it all the way to the hole from here. Coming from the fairway. Finally, Jang Soo-yeon. Took a big hop, but had only a spin on that one. ENG. Just a left half putt for Jong. That's what happened. He started outside the hole, and from that angle we saw with Kim Min Sol as well, that ball just doesn't want to turn back. If you're only making par on 14, it certainly feels like you are giving up shots to the field. Statistically, you are. About an eighth of a shot under its par for the weekend. Sung Yujin, right to left her on 16 for her birdie. Powered that one through the break. Clumsy there from Sung. Everyone's doing what she needs to do to try and stay ahead of Hong going into next week's Hankyong Ladies Cup. At the moment in a tie for 16th at 14 under par. Should she stay there even with the first place check of 200 million won, Jong-min is not going to catch her, so year one with a solid final round of 68 is going to keep her lead at the money list, at the top of the money list, for at least another week. That Hong Jong-min is going to get dangerously close, but still a couple of events to play this season. Big ones at that. Now, Min Sun 7 for the formality of a 2-putt birdie. Easy as you like. She's now 6 under for her final round. Just waited for the green to clear. Yeah, that rough and oh, steady. Thankfully, that one just gets tangled up outside the really wispy stuff in that penalty area. I question that decision though. On a solid wedge game, like so many do on the KLPGA Tour, didn't need to try and play that hero shot. Well, if you do find the fairway like Lee Chae-Yun too, have a crack at it, why not? 184 meters to go, plus a couple of yards extra in elevation. Green light situation. Finds the heart of the green. Excellent. Ju as well has waited for the green. He's got the shortest yardage in. It looks like just a 5-iron, perhaps. A driving iron for Hyun-Ju. I think she's well back of Hong Jong-min, but too clear of Min Sol and Min Sun 7. Sounded pretty good, but that's hit it a little left. Okay, short left with a clean lie. Fancy her chances of an up and down birdie from that spot. Up to the last with Jang Soo-yeon, who has had a very good back nine. Birdies at 12, 13, 14, 15. How about another here on the last? Only we hit it hard enough. Still, that's a really nice way to finish your week. A 6 under par round of 66 for Jang Soo-yeon. At the moment, it's good enough for a share of 7th. Not quite been the weekend that Hwang Yo-min was looking for, but a chance to pinch a couple of extra bucks with this birdie putt. Touch pacey there from Hwang. After that, what was that, 10-minute wait on the tee? Championship leader, ready to go. Just into the left rough. So much will depend on the lie and the number to see if she has a go in too. Now race that birdie putt pass. Yeomin with the comeback of a par. Yeah, rock solid. Cleans that one up nicely. Pair of 70s on the weekend for Hwang Yo-min, leaves her just outside the top 20. Rim a little bit further back in the fairway than we've seen a couple of players. She's got wedge, tough pin to get close to. Cut close to the right edge of the green, big hump in front protecting it. The way to get it close is fly it past with some spin. Show your rim. It's played a beauty. Jinseon lucky with her second, pulling up short of the penalty area, but it's a thick, clumpy lie. Just got to drop this on the front of the green. It's going to release. So hard to stop it from the thick stuff. We're into the back nine on Championship Sunday, and the Hong Jong-min procession continues. The 23-year-old leads by 8. Now, in a way, the fact that she's coming out of the rough makes the shot a little bit easier. It's predictable, just a little chip and run. Not going to get much check coming out of the rough with some grass caught between club face and ball, reducing the friction. Judge that really nicely. Coming downhill on the 15th is Kim Min-sun, 7. Battle for second place raging on. Pretty good ding-dong fight. between Kim Min Sun 7, Kim Min Sol, and Yoo Hyun Joo, who surely is about to get to 21 under par after that nice chip shot on 14. Yoo Chae-eun too. Toss a hat into the ring. That race for best of the rest. This is an eagle putt at the par 5. Going to be pretty slow. Get a little bit more speed. Oh, barely gets that one inside of Yoo Hyun Joo's marker. Min Sol, her birdie at 16. Brilliant try. Just 2 holes left to play. Misadventures on 14. It's going to lead to a par. Start to wonder now. Just laid it up from back in the rough. Surely a wedge shot would have ended up with a shorter birdie putt than the one she had. Choi Rim after that aggressive second straight over the top of the stick. They get to 17 under par and into a share of 5th. No. Just hammered that one through the break. The chance goes a begging for Choi. Yoo Hyun Joo. 6th birdie of her day. Yoo Hyun Joo to 21 under par. First look of the day at Choi Ye-bon, who sort of flew under the radar yesterday. She'll fly up into a share of 5th at 17 under now. Good response after a horrible bogey on the 14. Chae-eun. You want to start this outside the hole. Inside edge with speed. Oh. You can almost see as she made contact with it. She knew something wasn't right. Hesitant to call that a yip, but that is certainly a bit of a mess. Yoo Chae-eun too. It's on. Gains no ground with the par. Well, the good news for these ladies is, by virtue of the little congestion we have on 14, it has spread the groups out a little more, so they will be able to play ready golf from here on in, even with the 2 par 3s coming up. Hansel very much in the go zone here with hybrid. Sounded a little heavy, but look at that for a kick. Bounces up the hill and onto the green for Ji Hansel. He's gotten a couple of good breaks today. Simply just get a sense this is going to be struck nicely. The clubs in the bag. Have I jinxed her there? Nope. That's pretty good. Just rolls off the left edge of the green, but pretty all right there. Not a hard up and down by any means. Jungmin just opted to lay up from that left rough. Now playing 3. That's far from the best wedge shot we've seen her hit this week. Doesn't need anything flashy. She knows there's more than one hand on the trophy at this point, but she'd love to get to 30 under. I reckon that's the mini goal set in her mind right now. To 15. Junju with a pitching wedge. Flags in the front portion of the green today, so Hole's playing the shortest it has all week. You see that miss that plagued her. Tendency to get the club stuck a little behind, leaves the club face open and leaks 1 or 2 shots outright. Kim Min-sun 7, right half of the fairway on 16. We know the blueprint for this shot. Got to fly it past the flag. Anything drop short will kick left. Brilliantly done. Just kind of feather an 8 iron in. Long is the percentage play here. Came out of that a little. It's going to work out nicely. Well, being on a little upslope here is going to help get some elevation on this chip shot for Ro Seong-hui. Wanted that to release out a little more. But not bad at all. Yerim on the penultimate hole with a 5 iron. Covering the flagstick. Good aggressive tee shot. Hansol with an eagle opportunity. Pretty small practice swing. Gonna have to thump this one. We know it's a slow putt from the ones that we've seen so far from this side of the green. Much better. Brilliant. Gee, Hansol. See, when you hit it hard enough, give yourself a chance. So after a very ho-hum front side, Hansol has leapt into life on the back 9. Well worth another look. Comes up the slope, just drifts a little right. Nice aggressive pace and flagstick in or out. That ball was only ever heading for the bottom of the cup. Jungmin, probably the longest birdie putt she's had on the 14th hole this week. Decent try. Luckily for Yu Hyun-ju, that rough has grown up quite a bit, so that ball hasn't tumbled all the way down to fall off, and it's a pretty simple little chip shot left. Got to hit it hard enough because it'll be popping up pretty vertical once she makes contact with it. Well done. So we still got to maintain a good level of focus over this birdie putt to keep it inside the hole. Yeah. Good up and down from Ro Seung-hui there. Cheyun for a birdie too. Makes amends for that 3-putt at the last. Finally gets himself back amongst the birdies. But for Hong Jung-min, 5 holes remaining. 8-shot lead. She's been able to enjoy every step of her journey around Montfort Country Club this week. That scoreboard doesn't exactly make for pretty reading if you're a Jihan Seoul fan. 11 shots behind Hong Jung-min. They're running their own race right now. Good compression into that. Kept the flight down nicely. Good distance control. Seung-hui. You want to hit just a gentle little cut. You want to get it tight on this hole, but the problem with that shot is you just get it ballooning up in this gentle headwind, and you spin out the shot a little, you run the risk of losing this short-sided right. So I don't mind the A time for Ro Seung-hui. You still got towards the middle of the green. And Sword's ball, a really nice target. Leaked that a little more than she would have liked, but that's okay. a birdie putt. Hong Jung-min. Pretty much do whatever she wants with this tee shot. She's been aggressive all day long. I'd be surprised if she goes flag hunting here. Airs on the side of caution, but lovely distance control. Pin high. Good birdie opportunity again.
화이팅!
우리 안 오네. 우리 안 오나요, 언니? 언니 여기.
Jump up ahead. Hyunju's tee shot on 16. Ooh. It's starting right as she managed to save it at the bottom of her swing. Slumped shoulders. Caddy looks. Is there any signal where that one's ended up? There might be something to keep an eye on. That one big miss that Yu Hyunju tends to have out wide right. Birdie putt for Kim Min-sun, 7. Down on the green. Seen a lot of good looks missed, but not this one from Kim Min-sun. Very tidy stuff. So the battle for second place is certainly heating up. Who's going to walk away with this championship? Well, I don't think that was ever in doubt from the time we made it to the weekend. Hong Jung-min, her lead, just the 7 shots. pretty good look for Hansel now at 15. But works gently downhill, so don't have to worry about getting this one to the front edge. That was aggressive. Maybe a little too aggressive. Never took the break. But decent try. Jae-eun, left side of the fairway, off a slight downslope, which does knock the ball flight down a little bit. Definitely need to throw this one past the pin. Looks like she's done that. Ooh. Pretty much the only spot you could land it and control it is that tiny little area where she pitched it in. Fabulous stuff from Lee Jae-eun. Poor angle down the right side for Yoo Hyun-ju. Luckily her ball stayed out of trouble. That's that mound I was talking about. Just kicks everything towards the middle portion of the green. All things considered, pretty good effort from that tee shot. Yeah, Roh Seung-hui, by the fact that she's right of this pin, leaves her an uphill putt, which she can play with some pace, try and take some of that breakout. Anna Rin, unable to end her campaign with the birdie. She'll head back stateside to contest the closing couple of events of the LPGA Tour before going back to Korea for the BMW Ladies Championship at Oak Valley in October. That's her week with a under 71. Yeah, come on, Jungmin. I want to see you get to 30 under par. Pretty sure I'm not alone in that. Not just making history this week. He's smashing records to get to 29 under. Ooh, it scared it. Good try. Not how you would draw up playing the 16th hole, but it is going to be the easiest of birdies. It takes Lee Jae-eun up to 18 under par alongside Min Sun 7 and Kim Min Sol. It's been another great week for Lee Jae-eun in 2025. The tee is just the top of the lamppost. You can see past the crest of the hill. Blind tee shot of sorts that the players face on this par 4. can look a little bit further left. You hit up that high side of that slope. Get a little bigger kick on the downslope. Add a couple of extra yards. You have to say this is the last potentially problematic tee shot for the players at Montvert. She has certainly liked the look of this hole. She's played it perfectly all week long, Hong Jung-min. She knows what she needs to do. Just a fraction right, but soft bounce keeps it in the fairway, and it's going to keep on tumbling down. Not going to have much in for her second shot. March towards the clubhouse, and victory continues for the 23-year-old. Less than an hour away from lifting a third career title on tour. Down on the green, Yoo Hyun-ju for her birdie. Oh, that was a little aggressive. Kim Min-sun 7. It's the par putt at 17. Didn't commit to that. Second bogey of the day, second bogey of the back nine for Kim Min-sun 7. She falls back to 19 under par. End to the week for Choi Eun-woo, 68. No top 10 finish this week, but had a nice paycheck heading her way. Hyun-jo. Clumsy, very clumsy three putt from Yoo. Did all the hard work to get herself back in position, but that's sloppy. Oh, starting to see a couple of shorties miss now. Eugene, disappointing. Bogey on her final hole. Gives her back at 13 under par. Hansel first to play into the 16th. Got plenty of spin on that. Nothing delights a crowd in South Korea more than a little bit of backspin. Let's come to Ji Hansol's aid there. Now up to 17. Lee Chae-eun with a 5-iron. Certainly the tougher of the two par 3s in the back nine. Seung-hui from it's 2 yards closer than Han-so. Pretty similar lie as well. She's got wedge from just outside of 100 meters. Yeah, a little bit more conservative with the line. Now you. Looked to be a better golf swing. The result keeps that much more online. Need to watch that right miss as the rest of the season continues to unfold. Again, you can see how tight that pin is to the right edge of the green on the 16th. We've noted she does like this hole. Hong Jung-min has birdied it every single round thus far. She's given herself a chance to continue that trend. Spot on distance control once again from your championship leader. Back up to the last, and Kim Min-sol from the left rough. Gnarly looking lie. Expected that to jump a little bit more. Just came out a fraction soft. It's been a very nice week for Kim Min-sol thus far, and she'll have an opportunity to roll that one in to post 19 under par. But it's been the Hong Jung-min show from start to finish this week at Montvert. She continues to lead by 8. Seung-hui's birdie putt. It's going to move a little right in the beginning portion, then straighten up as it gets to the hole. Nicely read and brilliantly holed for Roh Seung-hui. Come alive on this back nine. This last year's Korea Women's Open champion. Get herself up inside the top 5. This will be a nice way to end the week. Come on, Min-sol. 66. Yes, well done. Started her day with a bogey, the only blemish on her scorecard. 4 wins in the Dream Tour this season. That is her best finish as a professional on the KLPGA Tour. 19 under par, take a bow. That has been some performance from Kim Min-sol, who will no doubt have a full card on the KLPGA Tour for 2026 once the Dream Tour season is completed. Yeah, Jung-min for a 4th birdie of the week on 16 to get to 29 under par. That is excellent. 30th birdie of the week. Hong Jung-min to 29 under par. And not for the first time today, her lead swells to 9. Just brilliant. You run out of superlatives to describe how well she is playing this week in Pocheon. Fabulous from Hong. That's all that. Ji Han-so, like Roh Seung-hui, has a chance to inch her way up to 18 under par and inside the top 5 again. So how about that? A hat trick of birdies on the 16th hole from our featured group. Ji Han Sol and Ro Seung Hui move up to 18 under par. Hong Jung Min closing in on 30 under to 17 now. And Lee Chae-yeon pulled that tee shot. Everything works off a downslope towards this pin from the left-hand side. Not a severe one. I still don't think she can land this on the green. Maybe just at the edge of the fringe. And have it release on and roll towards the pin like a putt. Carried it past the fringe and just goes skating along. Just didn't trust it. I go up to the closing hole, and can Park Min-ji end her week in style? It's for a top 10 finish. Yeah, not to be a fourth top 10 of the year for Park Min-ji, but she'll take a solid week's work. She looks to rediscover the form that saw her win at such an amazing rate for the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, he said. 15 under par total. Well played, Park Min-ji. Now Yoo Hyun-jo. Did you get back to 21 under? Game's really slowing up late in the round. Yesterday, after a really hot start, 6 under through 5, and just petered out towards that 67. It's the same story today for you. 6 under par through 14, and is just running out of steam as a light little drizzle starts to pelt the players. Don't think Hong Jung Min's going to be complaining. Says the temperatures this week in Pocheon have been rather warm, as they have been all summer long here in South Korea, so a little rain providing some cooling respite for the ladies still out on the golf course. Now, after those back-to-back birdies, you don't want to be giving up a shot here, Chae-yeon. Right edge putt for her par. Pulled it. Klutzy, second short one she's missed. Remember, this one from even shorter than that on the 14th for birdie. So Chae-yeon 2 now slides back to 18 under par. Steely, calm focus that has been on the face of Hong Jung Min all week long. 2 holes left to play. Lowest 72 hole total on the LPGA Tour. This setback. In 2018 by Kim Se-young. Victory at the Thornbury Classic, 31 under par. Lowest professional total under par was Hideki Matsuyama at the Century Players Championship in Hawaii, 35 under, besting Cameron Smith's efforts in the same event the year before. And Ji Han Sol almost flying that one in the hole. Brilliant tee shot there from Ji.
Oh, just good shot.
Close to 140 million won worth of kitchenware and appliances from generous sponsors Arc Linear. 2 more chances for someone to kit out their kitchens. Ro Seung Hui and of course Hong Jung Min. Seung Hui with that magic hybrid to have first crack between the two. Ducked down after that, trying to get this one to cut. Spectacular. Oh, those two pitch marks on the 17th hole. So quickly up to 18, and Kim Min Sun 7 just looking to put the shine on what's been a very solid week for the Dukshin EPC Championship winner. This 30-footer for a closing birdie. Oh, had it tracking, just lacked the pace.
정확하게 얼마든지 이렇게 올랐을 수도 있고 내가 우리 10년 전에 이렇게 한다고
Kim Min Sun 7 ends her week with a 66 and 19 under par total. New joins Kim Min Sol in the clubhouse on that mark. Yeah, Jung Min got a 5-iron. She got eyes for the flagstick. Just a little deep. That will hang on the back edge, just into the fringe. Solidly struck though from Jung Min. To the last, and just going with a 3-wood is Yu Hyun Jo. Leaking that a little right as well. Nope, it's going to get a friendly kick in the fairway and just creep into that step cut down the port side of this par 4. Two holes left to play, and the lead that started at 6 has swelled to 9 for our champion in waiting, Hong Jung Min.
시작합니다.
Jungmin going with what looks like a little sort of 9-iron chip and run. It's a shot that you don't see in golf much these days, but I think still certainly has its merits. Just want to cover the unpredictable fringe, have this chase along like a putt. Maybe a little heavy-handed there from Hong. Lengthy par putt. So he made one bogey on 70 holes this week. Coming back at the 5th hole earlier this Sunday. Up to the last and Chaeyoon. That ball sitting down a little bit. This should come out knuckling, so can land this on that front plateau and then just have it release up onto the shelf where the pin is today. That's that left early. That's okay. That settles up on the lower tier. Roh Seung-hui employing the putter here. Don't hate this play. In fact, I prefer it for Joo-Han Sol. Got that bare ground in front of her, so a little bit less wobbling through the longer cutter fringe that we've seen this week at Montvert. At the line, just wonder if perhaps she was a little spooked seeing Hong Jung-min's chip shot go fizzling past. Hyun Joo. It's a green light pin. It's that hook light. Son. Hyun Joo just going to be coming from the first cut. But it's teed up nicely. Much better than being in the fairway on some occasions. A bit more cushion under the ball. For a par, Hong Jung-min on the penultimate hole. A little bit of movement in this. Got to be careful. Oh, she was up and out of it quickly. Probably the worst stroke she's put on the ball this week. .30 under par, probably out of reach now for Jung-min. Still, you win by 1, you win by 10. A win is a win. She will certainly be able to enjoy the walk up the 72nd hole. Roh Seung-hui to join Min Sol and Min Sun 7 at 19 under with a hole to spare. Oh, you have to say the tee shot deserved a birdie, and a birdie is what Roh Seung-hui is going to record. Lovely bit of scoring on the back nine. 4 under for the inward half, 3 under on the day. To the last, and Lee Chae-eun 2. Good try, nice pace on that one. Going to be yet another top 10 finish for Chae. Joe. It's going to be an 11th top 10 of the season. Pretty much came out of nowhere to win the KB Financial Group Star Championship, the first rookie to win that particular major since Im Jung in 2019. She's carried some great form into her sophomore season on tour, and she is going to be, I can call her a dark horse going into some of the big events over the next couple of months. She'll be one of the prime favorites to perhaps pick up a second win before the year is over. Xionghui, runner-up last week at the Samdasu Masters. It's going to be another top 5 finish since the second half of the season started. Just pulling that one into the left rough, the reigning Heaven Masters champion. Han Jin-sung. She end her week in positive fashion. This a birdie putt on 18. Yes, she can. Well done, Han Jin-sung. Finish. That'll be a top 10 for the two-time winner of the Haiwan Resorts Ladies Open. We rounded the 70s this week. One last tee shot for Hong Jung-min. Just going to work off that slope, but should stay in the fairway. Indeed it does. Clubhouse and the finish line now in sight for your soon-to-be 3-time tour champion. And for Yu Hyun-ju, it's going to be another runner-up finish on the KLPGA Tour this year. An 11th top 10 of the season. Runner-up to match her efforts from the McCall Mona Park Ladies Open at the Yongpyong Resort at the end of June. Hyun-ju going to be moving inside the top 5 on the money list after this solid performance. The 26-year-old Lee Chae-eun-tu is going to record her 4th top 10 of the year. Well played, solid week's work. The quest for a breakthrough title goes on. There's 3 ladies left on the golf course. Ji Han-sol into the last first. She's got the biggest hanging lie of all. With that draw that she likes to play, she'll have to look at least 20 feet out to the right of this pin, try and sling it back. Nicely worked out. Seung-hui. So she feels refreshed and recharged after a couple of weeks off. After the Haiwan Resorts Ladies Open, the results are certainly echoing that. Solid approach, nicely judged out of that right rough. It's going to be a 3rd straight top 5 finish for last week's runner-up. Min, who's had a good solid month off since her last start on tour, coming at the Haiwan Resorts Ladies Open. She's going to get her second half of the season off and running in the best possible fashion. A dominant victory here at the 4th MEDIHEAL HANKOOKILBO Championship, and it could very well end with another birdie. It'll be the most number of birdies ever recorded in 72 holes on the KLPGA Tour. Another look at one of the many shots that she has dazzled us with this week in Pocheon. Simply stunning from Hong Jung-min.
메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십 파이널 라운드, 이제 챔피언조 선수들이 그린으로 입장하고 있습니다. 갤러리 여러분들께서는 선수들을 한 명 한 명 소개할 때마다 큰 박수로 맞이해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 먼저 KLPGA 투어 통산 4승을 기록하고 있는 동부건설 소속의 지한솔 프로입니다. 다음으로 KLPGA 투어 통산 3승, 올 시즌 1승을 달리고 있는 유진건설산업 소속의 노승희 프로입니다. 마지막으로 KLPGA 통산 2승, 올 시즌 1승을 달리고 있는 CJ 소속의 홍정민 프로를 소개합니다.
It's such a nice feeling, such an enjoyable walk up to the 72nd hole on Championship Sunday. You're announced by your MC up onto the green, knowing that you have the tournament all locked up. That victory back at Lakewood in May was hugely impressive for Hong Jung-min. Gave her a renewed sense of belief in herself and the luxury of a big lead which he had built up. Closed with a 76 that Sunday, but it was good enough to secure the victory. I think this is going to be just as special. It's not a major title, but it has been an imperious display from the 23-year-old. Still, a bit of cash to play for Ji Han-sol and Roh Seung-hui. Birdie from Han-sol here. Move her up to 19 under par. To temporarily tie her with Seung-hui, who still has a chance to share second with Yoo Hyun-ju. Both Han-sol and Seung-hui counting 66s on moving day to put themselves in this position. Both ladies had slow starts, no birdies on the front side, but they've certainly shown quality and class since making the turn. This putt for Han-sol should just funnel off to the right as it makes its way to the cup. Also coming a little downhill. Not going to be the flashy finish, but she'll certainly remember that eagle on 14 this afternoon. It's a closing round of 69 for Jihan Seol and a share of 6th alongside Choi Ye-bon. Going to have to wait a couple moments longer, Hong Jung-min, but she will not mind one bit. She is savoring every moment. Soon to be 3-time champion on the KLPGA Tour. She is going to close that gap to EA1 atop the money list, heading into Fortune Hills next week. Seung Hui for a birdie. And another runner-up finish. Now, started out a little wide. Like Han Seol, scribble her name next to a 69 on Sunday afternoon. And that is a third straight top 5 finish for Roh Seung Hui. 4 rounds in the 60s. Very good going. With that, the time has come. The moment has arrived and the stage is clear for Hong Jung-min to put the finishing touches on what has been one of the most dominant displays of golf we've seen on the KLPGA Tour in recent memory. There's one proud mama. Why not? Hong Jung-min. A masterclass at Montvert. 31 birdies in 72 holes. A 9-shot victory. 65, 64, 65, 65. Smashes the old 72-hole scoring record on the KLPGA Tour by a whopping 6 shots. Congratulations, Hong Jung-min. You are the 4th winner of the MEDIHEAL HANKOOKILBO Championship. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Hong. She'll towel off, sign that scorecard, make it official. And we'll have more from the prize presentation here at Montvert in a few moments. But congratulations, Hong Jung-min, and it was only fitting that she capped off an unforgettable week in championship style. Bookend birdies on Sunday afternoon. Imperious 23-year-old with a second victory of the year.
메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십 우승자는 4라운드 토탈 29홈런까지를 기록한 홍정민 프로입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 잠시 안내 말씀드리겠습니다. 잠시 후
스코어 다시 올릴 것 같은데.
스코어카드 새로 하나 줄게요.
한번
네.
결정하는 거.
자,
333 345 353 343. 나는 스포 잘못된 줄 알았어. 보기를 못 봤어.
지하철표님 373269요. 373269.
네.
네.
국내 스포 잘못됐는데?
송정민프로님 323062요.
네? 그런데 약간 놀면은 맞지?
17번 홀이 18번밖에 안 들어가요.
살짝 이상 왼쪽 밑에 안 되나? 맞아. 무섭게 하지 마세요. 그게 그러니까 안 나가.
송정민프로님 323365요. 네, 수고하셨습니다. 그럼 여기 사인 좀 부탁드릴게요. 네, 프로님들 수고하셨습니다. 해주세요, 프로님. 여기도 여기. 좀 축하드려요. 예, 수고하셨습니다. 저희 이렇게 할게요. 요거 일단 공채에다
Now, final confirmation then of one of the most dominant displays in the KLPGA Tour in recent memory. Hong Jong-min winning by 9 shots. Never shot around above 65 all week long. What a week for the 23-year-old. Now, 3-time winner on the KLPGA Tour. More to come from Montfort.
안녕하세요. 감사합니다. 사실 제가 긴장을 좀 많이 해가지고 어제 잠을 잘 못 잤거든요. 근데 잘 집중해서 하니까 또 잘 풀린 것 같아요. 네. 사실 타수 차이가 많이 남에도 불구하고 긴장이 너무 돼서 타수가 문제가 아니구나. 그냥 제가 보여드릴 수 있는 샷을 다 보여드리고 와야 되겠다라는 마음으로 했더니 오히려 긴장이 조금 풀리고 잘 플레이가 된 것 같아요. 네, 다른 것보다 노보기 플레이가 정말 욕심이 났는데, 네, 그걸 놓쳐서 조금 아쉬운 마음도 있지만 그 이후로 조금 후련한 마음으로 플레이를 했던 것 같아요. 네, 저는 항상 해외에 대한 꿈이 있고요. 하지만 스폰서분들의 입장을 충분히 들어보고 결정을 할 생각입니다. 작년에 사실 많이 아팠잖아요. 그래서 올해는 그냥 이 무대에서 뛸 수 있다는 그 자체만으로 감사하게 생각하기 때문에 그래서 오히려 마음이 편해진 것 같아요. 그냥 저는 이 자리에 있는 것만으로 너무 감사한 것 같아요. 네. 그때 많이 다 얘기했는데요. 오늘은 그냥 30언더라는 기록을 써보고 싶었는데 그게 한타가 모자랐던 게 조금 많이 아쉬운 것 같아요. 하지만 다음 선수를 위해서 남겨뒀다고 생각하겠습니다. 사실 올해 첫 우승을 하고 나서 1승만 더 했으면 좋겠다라고 했는데 생각보다 일찍 잃었고 이제 또 1승을 또 목표로 잡고 한 걸음 한 걸음 가보겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Time to look back at the best from Championship Sunday, and it should come as no surprise that we start with the lady who ended the week with the victory. Hong Jo-min starting off her day 6 clear. We wasting no time in building on that lead. A brilliantly controlled and judged shot from the right rough on the first, helping her to an opening birdie. Kim Min Sol, who has been so dominant on the Dream Tour this season, taking full advantage of a sponsor's invitation into the field this week, bogeyed her opening hole, but more than made amends with an eagle at the par 5 third. At the very same hole, Hong Jung-min almost holed out for an eagle 2 yesterday. Gosh darn, you tried her best to better it today. So 2 birdies in the first 3 holes. Signaled early that all the rest of the field would be playing for second place. Step up at the 4th. Why stop at 2 birdies in the first 3 when you can make it 3 in the first 4? Hong Jung-min quickly getting it to 25 under par. And then at the 6th, Kim Min Sun 7. She was starting to put a bit of a run together. Spectacular second shot to inside of 15 feet. An eagle to go along with her birdie at the 3rd, taking Kim Min Sun 7 into a share of second place. Yu Hyun-jo, last year's Financial Group star champion. She was off to a hot start just like yesterday. She was 6 under through her first 5. She was just 1 under at this point, but quickly got on the birdie train with that excellent approach to the short par 4. Back it up with another birdie at the 8th, and then this absolute dart into 9. 3 birdies in a row around the turn. Good enough for a front 9 of 32 for Hyun-jo. Hong Jung-min would drop a shot at 5, but responded with birdies at 7, 9, and then this one at the 10th. At the 14th, Ji-Han So, who was awfully quiet on the front side. No birdies till opening her account at 12, and then this eagle on the par 5 14th, vaulting her up to 17 under and back inside the top 10. While all that was happening, Kim Min Sol would end her brilliant week with a closing birdie, a round of 66, and her best finish as a professional on the KLPGA Tour. 3-way tie for 3rd. And Hong Jung-min didn't birdie the par 5 14th after driving it into the rough, but she got to 16th the hole. She's played in 3 under for the week and made it 4 under par with an unprecedented 30th birdie of the week. She would drop a shot at 17, putting the 30 under par mark out of reach, but she was determined to end the day in impressive fashion, and she certainly delivered that. A good tee shot down the left-hand side, a wonderfully played approach, and then finishing a dominant week off in fashion befitting a champion. 31 birdies, smashing the old record of scoring on the KLPGA Tour by 6 shots, a 9-shot margin of victory. Hong Jung-min dominant here at Montvert.
그린 중앙으로 모셔보겠습니다. 큰 박수로 환영해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 2017년 창단 멤버를 또 이렇게 필드에서 떠나보내는 메디힐에서 준비한 최혜용 프로의 골프 인생을 담은 헌정 영상을 먼저 준비했거든요. 여러분 다 같이 전광판을 통해 만나보도록 하겠습니다.
최혜용?
네.
때를 때렸어요.
아, 좋아요, 좋아요.
오, 들어갑니다. 세 번째 샷입니다. 오, 방향. 최혜용 떨어집니다. 나이스 버디.
골프 선수라는 길이 되게 힘들 때도 있고 또 개인 운동이라 외로울 때도 있었지만 항상 하루하루 배움과 성장의 감사함을 느끼며 제 페이스 속도대로 걸어왔던 것 같아요.
최혜용 과연 이 퍼트 성공하고 결승 진출 확정 지을 수 있을까요? 버디 퍼트 들어갑니다. 최혜용 메디힐이 결승으로
김대한 선수
이렇게 경기를 마무리 지었습니다.
저에게 메디힐은 든든한 가족이에요. 선수로서 되게 열심히 할 수 있도록 많은 지원을 해주셨고 또 많은 사랑과 응원을 주셨는데요. 그 사랑을 이제 앞으로 메디힐 주니어 멘토링 선수들에게 나눠주고 싶어요. 골프도 잘 치고 늘 최선을 다하고 성실한 선수로 남고 싶어요. 제가 골프 선수로서 이번 경기로 은퇴하게 됐는데요. 제 인생 메디힐 주니어 멘토링 선수들에게 좋은 영향을 줄 수 있는 멘토가 되겠습니다. 앞으로 많이 응원해 주시고 그동안 감사했습니다.
마음까지 들어볼 수 있어서 정말 뜻깊었는데요. 사실 영상을 보는 순간 최혜용 프로는 벌써 울먹이고 있어서 저도 눈물이 날까봐 최혜용 프로를 애써 못 보고 있었는데 갤러리 여러분들께서도 이 마음이 잘 와닿을 것 같습니다. 자, 이어서 최혜용 프로의 제2의 인생을 응원하는 소중한 분들의 축하 자리가 있겠습니다. 먼저 최혜용 프로와 최고의 명승부를 펼쳤던 유소연 프로가 또 이 자리에 특별히 와주었는데요. 메디힐 선수단 꽃다발 전달이 함께 진행되겠습니다. 우리 메디힐 선수단과 유소연 선수 앞쪽으로 와서 뜻깊은 포옹과 함께 진심으로 그동안의 여정을 함께 했던 감동적인 그런 의미와 또 마음을 담아서 유소연 프로가 꽃다발을 먼저 전달했고요. 또 이어서 배소연 프로, 이다연 프로, 또 나머지 우리 메디힐 골프단 소속의 동료들이 우리 최혜용 프로를 축하하기 위해서 장미꽃을 또 이렇게 전달해주러 왔습니다. 네, 정말 선수들이 지금 마이크는 없지만 고생했다고 서로 토닥이고 격려하고 아주 훈훈한 분위기를 만들어주고 있는데요. 네, 다 함께 꽃다발을 전달을 하고 사진 촬영도 한번 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 우리 선수들 경기 치르느라 많이 힘들었을 텐데 또 최혜용 프로의 은퇴식을 축하하기 위해서 끝까지 이 자리에 남아주었습니다. 아, 정말 꽃이 너무 많이 와서 우리 최혜용 프로가 한가득 안고 있는데요. 네, 꽃다발 다 전달받고 저희 가운데에서 사진 촬영 한번 진행해 보겠습니다. 오늘 특별히 또 동갑내기 윤소연 프로도 은퇴식을 축하하기 위해 이 자리에 왔고요. 또 함께 눈물을 흘려주고 있는데요. 네, 정말 잊지 못할 2009년의 그 명승부를 기억하는 많은 갤러리 분들 계실 것 같습니다. 다 함께 우리 선수분들과 사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분, 우리 선수분들을 위해서 뜻깊은 따뜻한 박수를 한번 보내주시기 바랍니다. 네, 자리에 끝까지 남아준 우리 선수 여러분 진심으로 감사드리고요. 자리로 모두 모시도록 하겠습니다. 자, 우리 선수분들 정말 끝까지 이렇게 시간을 나눠주셔서 진심으로 감사드리고요. 다음은 메디힐 멘토링 주니어 선수들이 꽃다발 전달을 하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 또 최혜영 선수가 메디힐 소속으로 정말 열심히 투어를 뛰어줬는데요. 메디힐 멘토링 주니어 선수들도 많은 기감이 되었다고 합니다. 우리 최혜영 선수를 축하하기 위해서 우리 박다은 선수가 대표로 꽃다발을 전달했고요. 또 함께 해주고 있는 멘토링 주니어 선수들도 모두 최혜용 선수를 위한, 우리 선배님을 위한 장미꽃을 한 송이 한 송이 건네주었습니다. 가운데에서 기념 촬영 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 또 최혜용 프로가 앞으로도 우리 메디힐의 멘토링 주니어 선수들을 위해서 또 많이 힘써준다고 하니까요. 계속해서 우리 메디힐 골프단에도 많은 관심 부탁드리도록 하겠습니다. 여러분, 우리 멘토링 주니어 선수들에게도 박수 한번 보내주시기 바랍니다. 네, 감사합니다. 모두 자리로 모시도록 하겠습니다. 우리 메디힐 멘토링 주니어 선수들도 함께 해주셔서 대단히 감사드립니다. 다음은 KLPGA를 대표해서 김순희 수석 부회장님께서 KLPGA 선수들의 마음을 담은 아주 특별한 선물을 전해주신다고 하는데요. 김순희 수석 부회장님을 가운데로 모시도록 하겠습니다. 자, 선물은 바로 우리 KLPGA 선수들의 마음을 담은 롤링페이퍼 액자를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 여러분, 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 오늘 은퇴 경기를 함께한 선수들의 의미 있는 선물이 될 것 같은데요. 최혜영 선수도 오늘을 잊지 않고 이 액자를 고이 간직할 것 같습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 자리로 모시도록 하겠습니다. 김순희 수석부회장님 감사드립니다. 다음은 최혜영 프로의 선수 생활 기간 동안 아낌없는 격려와 지원을 해주신 소속구단 메디힐에서 공로금을 전달해 주시겠습니다. 메디힐 권호섭 회장님께서 직접 전달해 주시겠습니다. 여러분, 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 정말 메디힐에서도 최혜용 프로를 아끼고 응원하는 마음으로 그간 정말 많은 신경을 써주셨는데요. 직접 권호섭 회장님께서 공로금 5천만 원을 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 정말 최혜용 프로를 생각하는 마음이 정말 이 정도로 큰 메디힐인데요. 최혜용 프로도 정말 감사한 마음으로 공로금을 전달받았습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 권호석 회장님 자리로 모시도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이제 마지막으로 오늘 이 순간이 있기까지 보이지 않는 곳에서 묵묵히 뒷바라지 해주신 분이 계십니다. 언제나 든든한 버팀목이 되어주신 우리 최혜용 프로의 부모님께 최혜용 프로가 직접 감사의 마음을 담아 꽃다발을 전달하는 순서 갖도록 하겠습니다. 여러분, 최혜용 프로의 부모님을 다시 한번 따뜻한 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 우리 최혜영 프로가 사실 그동안 투어 생활을 하면서 언제나 든든한 버팀목이 되어주셨던 우리 부모님께 감사의 마음을 담아서 직접 꽃다발을 건네고 있습니다. 이런 순간이 우리들이랑 정말 최혜영 프로도 항상 마음속으로만 상상했을 것 같은데요. 지금 계속해서 가족들에게 고마워 이렇게 얘기를 하고 있습니다. 우리 최혜영 프로 사진 촬영 우리 가운데서 가족들과 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
왜 이래? 난 왜 이래?
네, 정말 그동안 최혜용 프로가 투어 생활하는 동안 가족들의 힘으로 아마 버티지 않았을까 싶은데요. 다시 한번 가족분들을 위해서 박수 한번 보내주시기 바랍니다. 네, 그동안 우리 최혜영 프로를 얼마나 아끼고 사랑해 주셨는지
골프단의 든든한 맏언니 혜영 언니.
언니는 이미 레전드셨는데
언니랑 같이 뛰는 몇 년은 저한테 영광이었습니다.
이렇게 긴 투어 생활을 하셨다는 게 너무 존경스럽고
앞으로 너무 보고 싶을 거예요.
언니랑 저랑 첫 창단 멤버로 함께 시작해서 어느덧 9년이란 시간이 흘러 언니의
2막을 정말 열심히 응원하겠습니다.
앞으로 더 좋은 일만 가득하도록
그동안 너무 고생 많으셨어요.
제2의 인생도
열심히 응원할게요.
너는 어렸을 때부터 나에게 정말 국가대표로서 좋은 동료였고 또 좋은 경쟁자였고 덕분에 함께 성장할 수 있었던 것 같아. 선수하면서 했던 모든 노력 정말 고생 많이 했고 그리고 누구보다 빛나는 은퇴 생활.
벌써 은퇴를 한다고 하니까 너무 서운하고 눈물이 나려고 합니다.
당신의 모든 스윙과 발자국 하나하나는 우리 모두에게 깊은 감동과 행복을 주었습니다.
시합 같은 걸 잊어버리고 즐거운 마음으로 골프를 쳤으면 좋겠다는 건.
골프 시작은 이제 한 25년 된 것 같은데 우리한테도 많이 행복과 웃음을 줬고 시련도 많이 있어가지고 근데 그걸 꿋꿋이 잘 이겨서 이때까지 온 게 너무 고맙고 끈질기 건성 있었던 골프 애착이 있었던 지금까지 마무리할 수 있었던 게 너무 고마운 거고 지금부터는 어차피 지도자의 인생을 걸게 돼 있으니까 이제 후배 양성에 집중하고 거기서 제가 행복을 느꼈으면 좋겠어요.
화이팅!
수고하셨어요.
수고 많으셨어요. 축하해.
사랑합니다, 언니.
너무 수고하셨어요.
자주 봐요. 화이팅!
화이팅!
축하드립니다.
우리 딸 화이팅!
잠시 안내 말씀드리겠습니다. 이제 바로 시상식을 시작할 예정입니다. 갤러리 경품 추첨도 끝까지 함께해 주시면 대단히 감사하겠습니다. 회장님을 소개해드립니다. 네, 회장님 감사합니다. 다시 한번 큰 박수를 부탁드리면서 이어서 시상에 수고해주실 내빈 여러분을 소개해드리겠습니다. 먼저 메디힐의 김순원 대표이사님을 소개합니다. 감사합니다. 다음은 한국일보 이성철 사장님을 소개합니다. 다음은 KLPGA 김순희 수석 부회장님이십니다. 감사합니다. 마지막으로 몽메르 컨트리클럽 길경철 대표이사님을 소개해드립니다. 네, 많은 분들께서 대회를 위해서 정말 아낌없는 지원해주셨는데요. 시간 관계상 모든 분들을 소개해드리지 못하는 점 양해 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 본격적인 코스 레코드 시상에 앞서 오늘 본 대회에서는 갤러리 문화 개선과 그리고 팬클럽 문화의 활성화를 위해서 선수 팬클럽 대상 무료 입장과 함께 그리고 가장 모범적인 팬클럽을 뽑는 인기 투표를 한번 진행을 했었는데요. 갤러리 플라자와 코스 내 총 3곳의 투표함에 우리 갤러리 분들이 직접 투표를 진행해 주셨고요. 그 결과 합산 총 득표수 283표로 이가영 프로 팬클럽이 우수 팬클럽으로 선정이 되었습니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 하남 배드집 식사 상품권 200만 원을 회식 비용으로 드리도록 하겠습니다. 네, 내년 대회에서도 다른 팬클럽들에게 좋은 기회가 돌아가기를 앞으로 여러분의 KLPGA에 대한 많은 사랑과 관심 보내주시면 감사하겠습니다. 자, 본격적으로 시상 이어가겠습니다. 코스 레코드 시상입니다. 몽메르 컨트리 클럽에서 300만 원 상당의 골프 이용 상품권을 준비했는데요. 시상은 몽메르 컨트리 클럽의 길경철 대표이사님께서 수여해 주시겠습니다. 자, 종전 기록은 2020 대유 위니아 MBN 여자 오픈 2라운드에서 안시영 프로가 기록한 65타였는데요. 이번 메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십 2라운드에서는 새로운 코스 레코드가 발생했습니다. 수상자는 바로 2라운드 9언더파 63타를 기록한 정윤지 프로입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 정윤지 프로가 또 이렇게 새롭게 메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십에서 새로운 코스 레코드를 기록했습니다. 네, 시상 모두 수여가 됐고요. 기념 촬영도 함께 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다.
자, 잘하십니다. 앞으로 보세요. 네, 하나,
네, 여러분 코스 레코드를 기록한 정윤지 프로에게 다시 한번 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다. 네, 감사합니다. 대표님도 자리로 모시겠습니다. 다음은 아마추어 1위 시상입니다. 아마추어 1위 선수에게는 트로피와 꽃다발 그리고 부상으로 드래곤시티에서 제공하는 100만원 상당의 숙박권을 제공합니다. 아마추어 우승자 부상은 KLPGA 김순희 수석 부회장님께서 직접 수여해 주시겠습니다. KLPGA 일부 투어 선수들과 어깨를 나란히 하며 정말 탁월한 실력을 발휘한 베스트 아마추어 수상자는 총 10언더파를 기록한 성아진 선수입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 성아진 선수 정말 몽베르 컨트리클럽과 깊은 또 인연이 있는데요. 이렇게 또 뜻깊게 아마추어 베스트 수상자로 선정이 돼서 트로피 그리고 꽃다발 또 드래곤시티에서 제공하는 100만원 상당의 숙박권까지 획득하게 되었습니다. 와, 정말 이렇게 푸짐한 풍성한 아마추어 시상은 또 의미가 있을 것 같은데요. 네, 우리 성아진 선수 기념 촬영 한번 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다.
자, 잘하십니다. 앞에 보세요. 네, 좋습니다. 하나, 둘, 네, 그리고.
네, 성아진 선수에게 다시 한번 축하의 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다. 김순희 수석 부회장님도 자리로 모시겠습니다. 자, 정말 오래 기다리셨습니다. 이제 2025년도 메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십 우승자 시상만을 남겨두고 있는데요. 2025 메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십 대망의 우승자는 4라운드 토탈 259타를 기록한 홍정민 선수입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, KLPGA 72홀 최소타 신기록까지 대기록을 달성했습니다. 먼저 우승 자켓 수여식부터 진행하겠습니다. 메디힐 김순원 대표이사님을 모시고 직접 우승 자켓을 전달받도록 하겠습니다. 네, 홍정민 선수에게 직접 김순원 대표이사님께서 자켓을 입혀주셨고요. 기념 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 오늘도 센스있게 이너를 화이트 컬러로 매칭해서 자켓과도 정말 잘 어울리는데요. 감사합니다. 김순원 대표이사님은 자리로 모시겠습니다. 다음 순서는 우승 트로피 수여식입니다. 한국일보 이성철 사장님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다. 네, 홍정민 선수에게 정말 의미 있는 오늘 트로피 바로 전달됩니다. 여러분 다시 한번 축하의 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다. 이것으로 시즌 2승, 투어 통산 3승을 일궈낸 홍정민 선수입니다. 네, 감사합니다. 이성철 사장님께서도 자리로 돌아와 주시기 바랍니다. 다음 순서는 대회의 우승 상금 수여식이 있겠습니다. 메디힐 김순원 대표이사님께서 한 번 더 수고해 주시겠습니다. 김순원 대표이사님께서 1억 8천만 원의 우승 상금을 홍정민 선수에게 전달했습니다. 네, 다시 한번 축하의 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다. 정말 이번 시즌 커리어 하이를 기록하고 있는 홍정민 선수, 정말 앞으로의 대회도 더욱더 기대가 되고요. 김순원 대표이사님 감사드립니다. 자, 이어서 우승자 부상 수여가 있겠습니다. 한국일보 이성철 사장님께서 한 번 더 수고해 주시겠습니다. 네, 이성철 사장님께서 다시 한번 우승자 부상을 위해서 시상을 도와주셨고요. 사진 촬영 더 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 기사에는 어차피 우승은 홍정민이라고 기사가 날 정도로 따라올 선수가 없었던 압도적인 경기력을 보여준 홍정민 선수였습니다. 이성철 사장님 다시 한번 자리로 모시겠고요. 다음은 KLPGA 김순희 수석 부회장님께서 직접 축하 꽃다발을 안겨주시겠습니다. 네, 오늘 대회 컬러와도 딱 맞는 그린과 그리고 블루가 조합된 아름다운 꽃다발이 전달이 되었습니다. 네, 사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 김순희 수석부회장님도 자리를 모시겠습니다. 다시 한번 수고해주신 모든 분들께 감사드리고요. 본대회 시상식을 마치기에 앞서 메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십 시상식만의 특별한 특별 특별상이 이어지겠습니다. 홍정민 프로도 이 최고의 자리에 오르기까지 누구보다 마음 졸이고 또 뒤에서 가장 많은 응원을 하고 지원을 해주신 우리 우승선수 홍정민 선수의 어머니께서 이 자리에 와주셨는데요. 어머님을 따뜻한 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 홍정민 선수가 정말 어머니를 위해서 특별히 마련한 우승 자켓을 홍정민 프로 어머니께도 입혀드리는 아주 의미 있는 그런 시상식을 꾸며보도록 하겠습니다. 홍정민 선수의 우승 자켓가 정말 딱 맞는 커플 우승 자켓인데요. 이런 광경은 정말 메디힐 한국일보 챔피언십 시상식만에 준비한 특별상, 정말 특별한 이벤트라고 볼 수 있을 것 같습니다. 자, 사진 촬영 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
That brings to an end another wonderful week on the KLPGA Tour. Many congratulations to the record-setting performance of Hong Jung-min, our champion, here at the MEDIHEAL HANKOOKILBO Championship. That does it from us this week at Montvert. See you next week at Fortune Hills for the BC Card Hankil Ladies Cup. Have a great Sunday ahead, everyone, and we'll see you next time on the KLPGA Tour. This is Timothy Lowe saying bye-bye for now.